Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to NerdTube. I'm Gary, otherwise known as Bossman, otherwise known as Flybiac. I am the host with the man between your thighs. I am the wrestling guy on NerdTube. And this is going to be a review of the Saudi Arabian WWE pay-per-view event, whatever you want to call it, that just happened. Now, the only match of this I haven't seen is the first match, the pre-show match, was the Usos versus the Hurt Business. Anyone who saw that match, please tell me what happened, because I didn't watch it. But I did see the very first match, which was a really, 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 really excellent match. It's probably the first really good match I've seen since Grand Slam, which was Edge versus Seth Rollins in the Hell in a Cell. Now, it's matches like this that make me wish that Hell in a Cell, the pay-per-view, wasn't a thing. But, you know. Anyway, this started off really hot. It was a really good wrestling match. You know, they were throwing everything but the kitchen sink at each other, and probably the kitchen sink as well. You know, they're throwing tables, chairs, ladders, bits of the chairs at each other. You know, they were hitting each other with suplexes, power bombs, executions. A lot of submission moves by Edge, try to get out, trying to get him in that educator and stuff like that, and Edge-O-Matic and stuff like that. It was really good. Some pedigrees from Seth, some subset flip power bombs in front of the ladder into the table, which is really great stuff. This was an excellent match. Again, if all the matches on here were like this, I wouldn't have a problem. It ended when Edge got him into another crossface with the chair bit into his face as bottle tap, but he leaves him face down turn and then does the curse stomp into the ring. 1, 2, 3, you winner is Edge. A very, very good match. The only problem I have is Seth Rollins keeps tagging to people's eyes, and one of these days he's going to put the bloody thing out. The next match. Now, not to be cynical, but I'm going to be cynical. The only reason this is here is because Mansoor's is originally family or himself is originally from Saudi Arabia. But it was good to see, two guys, but I just wish I cared more. I wish there was more build up here, because again, they just need to split them up so arbitrary just so they can have a match here. Anyway, it seemed that they were all behind Mansoor and stuff like that. He was doing a lot of moves and stuff like that. He was doing a lot of Koji clutches and stuff like that. It was just great to see Mansoor and stuff like that. There was a lot of 450s and belly to belly. The day came when Ali went for a 450. Mansoor headed outside, then hit him with a springboard net breaker. 1, 2, 3, you winner is Mansoor. Then Ali started kicking the crap out of him. Then all of a sudden, a music starts, and this guy dressed up in full Bedouin gear, with the face coverings and head coverings and the full white gown, comes out to me and goes, "Who the hell is this guy?" He pulls it off, and he's apparently some Saudi Arabian karate champion. He won the silver medal at the Tokyo Olympics. And must have felt a little. He goes forward, and maybe this guy takes him out in one kick. That's badass. Way to do this, and way to introduce somebody from the Tokyo Olympics. Anyway, knocks his spark out. Pretty decent stuff. Third match. It was RK Bro versus AJ Styles and Amos. Sorry, almost. I hate this guy. Anyway, it was good to watch AJ Styles, one of my favorite wrestlers in the entire world. Wrestle against Randy Orton and Riddle. You can make them look good. I mean, I still think that Matt Riddle is not really that good of a wrestler. From going from the fact he's a bro and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of Randy Orton was getting his chin locks in, his rest holds, and all that sort of stuff. Like he normally does. Almost was doing a lot of power moves. A lot of knee breakers and back breakers and all the moves that he can do, which are about 4 of them, to be honest with you. Um, anyway, next thing that comes out is like Randy gets rid of almost his undid. AG comes to them, tries to do throw, but goes right into the RKO. I think he's about to pin him. No, there's a floating blow. Sorry, bro. Sorry, I hate this guy. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. Your winner is Matt Riddle. RK Bro. Next match was the Queen of the Ring tournament between Drew Drop and Zelina Vega. Now, this was okay at best. They did what they should do. Had Drew Drop doing power moves and being like do underneath heel, even though she's a larger lady, but she was doing a lot of like power slams and elbow drops to Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega was doing her best to look good. Zelina Vega hit a cold red to beat Drew Drop's your winner and Queen of the Ring, Zelina Vega. Yeah, pretty decent. Then the match I was not looking forward to, I don't think anyone was Bobby Lashley v Goldberg. Now the entrances were the best part of it. Let's see. It's a no holds barred match, which is lazy booking. I think Team Connect closes it. Yeah, so the brawling, and then like all of a sudden, like Lashley goes for one spear too much, and then all of a sudden, Goldberg nails him with a spear, hits him with a jackhammer, and doesn't pin him. He says, "Our face," and he takes off his gloves. He starts taking off his gloves, and then starts beating the crap out of him. The Hurt Business comes out to try and save him, but Goldberg basically gets rid of them. Hits him with candlesticks. They try to get they both get candlesticks. They hit him, but Goldberg hits him first. Then Goldberg spears him through off stage. 1, 2, 3. Your winner is Goldberg. Better match than I thought we were going to get from these two, to be honest, considering how old both are. But I think this might just need to be the end for Goldberg. He's a 50, whatever. He's a guy in his 50s. Maybe one or two matches to put over a new guy, and maybe that's it for him. Next match, Finn Balor versus Xavier Ring for King of the Ring. Who gives a shit about King of the Ring? Or Xavier Books Woods, apparently, because he has been politicking for this. So, really good match between the two of these. Obviously, really good competitors. They're doing a lot of for high flying moves, like a lot of technical moves, like a lot of grappling, a lot of chops to the chest, a lot of strikes and stuff like that. Some kicks from Balor and stuff like that. Woods tried to roll him up a couple of times, and you got out of it. Woods hit him with suplex. Xavier, so Balor went up for the coup de grab. Xavier moves out of the way. He hits off the ring. Then Woods goes for his delivering up elbow. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and King of the Ring is Xavier Woods. Pretty decent match. They did what they had to do, and I'm glad now that Woods is champion. I hope he doesn't become a heel off this. I have the secret feeling in my hand, in my heart. That's what's going to happen. Anyway, next match for the WWE Championship: Big E Langston vs Drew McIntyre. Now, Drew come on this, and he must have put on about a good couple of pounds worth of muscle mass. There's a lot of power moves in this, a lot of power, belly to belly suplexes, a lot of body slams, a lot of power slams and stuff like that, a lot of spine busters and stuff like that. It was like a real horse fight, and I hate using that term, but it was. Drew went for a McNew driver, didn't get a pin out of that. Went for Future Chuck, couldn't get a pin out of that. Big E played a big stretch muffler. God knows why he played that. Anyway, he tried to do that, but he hits a big ending, gets a 2 count. McIntyre his Bulldog gets near form. Big E doesn't get hit with the Claymore. And Neil goes for a second. And put kicks out with that, and then another big ending. 1, 2, 3. Your winner is Big E Langston. Yeah, put over Big E, and I think this was a really, really good match. The three-way female class. And by the way, I'm liking the fact that we're having 2 female matches when last time we did this, we didn't have any female matches. The triple threat for the SmackDown title between Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch. It was good to see this match. They're all 3 really good wrestlers. They're all putting on nice roll ups and stuff like that. They all try and go for each other's finishes. There's missile drop kicks. There's the 3 amigos. There's all sorts from these guys. There's a lot of submission holds applied by Becky and Sasha. Bianca tries to go for the KOD, misses that. The thing is that Becky rolls up EST for the win. 1, 2, 3. Your winner is Becky Lynch. Really good match. Shows you that that Bianca Belair deserves to be here, and Sasha Banks has lost a step, and Becky Lynch still looks pretty decent in the ring. The last match is for the Universal Championship. It is Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. And again, I was wondering how Paul Heyman was going to sit into this. And he played this perfectly. There's lots of power moves. There's a lot of F5 attempts. He gets 2 of them, or he gets 2 cuts off of them. A lot of spears through stuff, guillotines, but Lesnar can't be guillotined at all. Which if you see that ain't that realistic, to be honest with you. The Usos come in. So basically what Paul Heyman does is that he gets his championships and rolls it in between the 2 of them. So you don't know which one he's favouring. It's that's so Paul Heyman. You know he's the sort of guy who doesn't edge his bets. He should have passed it to Reigns to know that he's behind Reigns. And it would be great. It would have been great. And Paul Heyman but stood and the thing is that the Usos double kick, super kicked Reigns before 1, 2, 3. Your winner and still Universal Champion is Roman Reigns. Pretty decent match, and I've got to say the match of the night was Edge versus Rollins, and I think that overall a really, really good pay-per-view. WWE give us stuff like this and we'll actually watch it. Anyway, that's me. That was Crown Jewel for 2021. I hope everybody has a great time, great year, and I'll see you again next time. Ciao.